in preparation for today's shoot, I was thinking about, I was Googling what people are clicking on in terms of financial content. And it's all about 5 top financial New Year's resolutions, 10 top financial New Year's resolutions. I think it'd be fun. Let's go through some of these.
Yeah. Save more. I like that one. Save more.
So this is CNBC.
This is exactly what we basically what we talk about, right? Save more. How about save anything? For what, if you've never saved before, save anything and you've got 100% goal to what you're supposed to do, and then do more next year, right? Just get in the mindset, do the process, put some money in the bank and leave it there so you have more money than you had before. Save more. What was the second one? Improve my credit score. Yeah. Why? Why do you have a negative credit score? It's because you did that thing we just talked about. You spent more than you were making, and then you couldn't make the payments on it, and so your credit score got dinged up a little bit. So how are you going to improve that? Noble goal. Good luck with that.
How do you do that?
That's a whole segment on its own. I've done that in a previous episode, so people can listen to that, or we can do it again in the future.
Yeah, not a terribly difficult but daunting task for a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure, because no one wants to actually focus on the fact that you screwed up.
I got really lucky, and my brother added me as authorized user to a bunch of his cards, and that's helped me immensely.
Yeah, for sure. That's I just remember when the euro was a big thing right at the very beginning, when you had like Italy, Greece, Portugal, Spain, Germany all together. And it was like, who is the mature older brother who is going to make sure that the others don't blow themselves up? And it was Germany, right? It's like process. So it's good to have somebody to help you, to mentor you.
That's my mature younger brother.
Oh my God,
case.
that's great.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
He learned from my mistakes.
Oh, that's great.
A lot of good younger siblings do.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Create a personal budget. What did we say? Create a budget. Figure out what you have coming in, figure out what you have going out, and try to save the spread, or save some part of the spread.
And this is a whole nother topic too, but I feel like as we do these each week, we'll probably cover different aspects of it. So you create a budget, you use Mint, you have some savings each month, you're doing good with it. You put that savings in a savings account to start out with. What do you do?
So, I mean, first step is to make sure there is no debt, right? Because no savings account, like I see the next one of these other ones is like pay off a credit card entirely, or pay my credit card debt on time. Ultimately, if you take a look at if you have credit card debt, you need to pay that off before you try to save anything, because if you're paying 18% on your credit card debt and you're only saving at 2 or 3% in your savings account, you're losing 15%, right? So you have to do those. Like that means you've already screwed up and you're trying to get out of a hole. My hope is, for anyone listening to this, is that you never get into that situation. If you are in that situation, you have to pay that debt off first. You've got to pay off the unsecured high interest debt before you put anything away.
Like so credit cards, high interest, let's say like my student loan debt, once that, if they ever start charging that again, put all my savings towards that?
It depends, right? It depends. You can't live your life just paying your debt. You still have to have a life. So I would pay at least the minimum every month. And this goes for whether it's a student loan debt or a credit card as well. And let's say that you have a credit card that you don't always use, or maybe you have very little credit card debt, but you want to make sure you don't ever get your credit score dinged. I put an extra amount of money, whether it's $20 or $100 a month, auto pay directly towards a credit card. That way, if I don't hit it on time, something went into the account, and hopefully it's more than the minimum. That'll keep you from getting dinged on your credit card debt. And that same thing can happen. You can use that for every one of your fixed bills. Like if you have student loan debt, set it up for reoccurring payment on your bank account. That way it automatically comes out. If you have QuickBooks or Quicken or some other program that keeps track of your finances, that'll also help you with your budget. It'll literally do your budget for you.
And that's number 5. Pay my credit card debt on time.
There
Pay
you
my
go.
full balance each month.
Yeah. Well, let's try not to have to, well, okay. So I agree with this one, and I actually do like this one a lot. I charge almost everything on a credit card, not a debit card, but on a credit card, because that way you're using someone else's money. You're protected a little more with fraud, not like on your debit card where it's your fault until they figure out how to fix it. The credit card company will actually help you with any fraudulent charges. So I like to use my credit card and use the right card for the right thing. If it's a business expense, use your business card. If it's a personal expense, use your personal card. And yes, pay it off.
Do you have like multiple cards, like a grocery card? The ones that have different kind of rewards.
Yes and no. So I have a corporate card, corporate credit card that I use for anything business related, right? So whether it's travel or meals or something that has to do with business, that's a corporate card. And then I have a personal card. So again, I prefer personally Amex. So not everyone takes Amex. That means I also have to have another credit card, MasterCard, Visa, for the corporation, and one for me personally, which I use as little as possible. But because I use it so little that some months I won't pay anything or won't charge anything on it, but one month I might charge something on it. I have, $20-$30 go onto it every month out of my checking account just to make sure. And if it's a credit balance, you can always spend the money or you can get it back. But I don't want it to hit my credit. So yes, pay your credit card balances in full each month if possible.
Not open any more credit cards. That's a very case dependent.
So your credit score is going to help and hurt you. You have a bunch of credit cards, it's not going to help you. It's your obligation to income, right? So if you have a ton of credit cards and you owe the IRS, guess what the IRS is going to tell you to do? Use all your available credit from all your credit cards to pay them off. Doesn't sound fair, does it? But
I had no idea.
Yeah. How do you like me now?
No way.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I know what you're about to say. Hey, let's not open any more credit cards.
I had no idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, hopefully you don't owe them more than you can cover, but
yeah, let's hope not. But I mean, there's always that last electron. You never know. Like you thought, okay, I paid off all my credit cards, but I didn't close them. Guess what?
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Why don't people know? I guess people who have a lot of credit cards should know that.
Well, they may or may not. I mean, it's not everybody that owes the IRS, but you owe that much in credit cards, maybe you do, right? So let's close some of those credit cards.
On that note, check the credit score more often. Check the report more often.
Yeah, I mean, at least once a year. You get one freebie every year, which doesn't count against you in credit and pull in credit. And don't pull it every day. Don't pull it every month, unless you've got some program that allows you to do it without dinging your credit. Just monitor it. Make sure that no one else is opening credit cards or accounts in your name. They can do that. And the way to catch it is to pull your credit report and see what outstanding lines of credit are out there.
Okay, so on that note, we were talking about Mint. Mint, I can pull it up every day and look at my credit score or their calculation of it. How does that work? Because I hear you get one free report, but even, growing up, I heard checking your score dings your credit.
Yeah, but that's pulling a full credit report, and these guys have all of these big financial services companies have institutional access to the credit reporting agencies, right? They're able to see that, and they can check your score without actually doing the deep dive on your actual report, right? You would actually look at the score and see if it had gone up or down, and if you see a change in something specific, then maybe there's something to
they even tell you like your derogatory marks, where they're at, all that.
Yeah.
So there's no worries on checking that.
Yeah. If you're just looking at Mint, that's no big deal. But it's like if you actually go to freecreditreport.com, not a sponsor, but if they want to be, feel free to reach out to us at the merge. There's if you just keep track of your score, a lot of those times, a lot of those freebies will actually keep track of going up or down. If you see, something substantial, then maybe it's time to pull the report.
And then finally, sign up for a credit monitoring or identity theft protection product. Do you talk to your clients about that?
Yeah, it definitely doesn't hurt, especially if you've been the victim of it in the past. That means your information's already out there, so you probably are better off getting one of those. I don't have a specific favorite. If you are paying for one of the premium credit cards, most of them actually have deals and discounts with a service. So, reach out to one of those vendors and get a discount on it. Don't pay full price. Frank doesn't like full price.
There's a New Year's resolution. Never pay. That would be we should do a video where it's a 1-year challenge. We never pay full price for anything, not even gas. How do you not pay full price for gas?
You can always haggle. Look, is that the best you could do? Is that the best you could do? What, are you running a museum here? Everything's a negotiation. Everything's Sohail.